Hey friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It is time for my Sephora VIB Sale recommendations. This is one of my most requested videos. Of course, you know I gotta deliver with my recommendations. I gotta let you know what's worth your coin and definitely like what I think you should check out during the sale. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The Sephora sale starts this Friday. Oh my gosh. I feel like it came so fast, but like I have been anticipating this moment. So the Sephora sale runs from April 14th through the 24th. All of Sephora collection is going to be 30% off, which I love. They always do this for the sale. First access starts for Rouge. So if you're Rouge, which is the highest tier that Sephora offers, you'll get 20% off, which starts on the 14th. And then if you are VIB, you get 15% off, or if you're an insider, you get 10% off. And both of those tiers are gonna start from the 18th through the 24th. It's interesting because they usually separate the start dates for both of those tiers. But this time around, they are including both of those tiers at the same time. Just when I was about to sit down and I was getting ready to film this video, I lost two of my nails. I don't have time to fix it, okay? I am a Gel X girl now. I do my own nails. We are gonna start off with eyes. First products I want to recommend are these right here from Gxve Beauty. These are their Icy and Sparkle multi-dimensional eye pigments. So they only came out with 3 shades. I am wearing the shade Twinkle on my eyes today. I'm not one to buy like loose shadows or loose pigments, but when I saw these, I had to have them. You definitely can use these more so like dry, but I feel like you get the most out of these if you use them on a wet brush. That's what I did today. I just took shades in my crease and in my outer corner, and I just put all over the lid the shade Twinkle, and they are so beautiful. I also love how they look when the light hits them. I got these the last Sephora sale. I picked up one, and then before the end of the sale, I picked up the other 2 shades. So I absolutely love these. I feel like they're so eye-catching. I have one eyeshadow palette I want to recommend. One, because this brand really does not go on sale at all. So the Sephora sale is the perfect time to pick it up. And that is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 eyeshadow palette. Whenever I just want something really pretty and like glam, I always reach for this palette for some reason. I love this one. He only has 2. Out of the 2, this one is my absolute favorite. It's because I love like those rosy tones. The shimmers in here are also really, really beautiful. And this palette is pretty expensive, and I really would pick it up during the sale. But I also just love the formula. I love how the shades blend. I feel like all of the shades show up really well on my skin tone. So I really love this. Since we're talking about eye products, I do have a eyeshadow primer I want to recommend, and I get a lot of questions about how do I get my eyeshadows to pop, how do I get them to show up true to color. A lot of that has to do with this eyeshadow base right here. It's from Too Faced. This is their Shadow Insurance eye primer. This is the only eye primer that I use. It is my tried and true. It really, really does work. So if you're looking for a good eyeshadow primer, I highly recommend this one. Anytime you see me with a bright, colorful look, this is what I have on my eyes. It is what I'm wearing today. I have this in my cart to repurchase because I have been like literally squeezing out every last bit of this to where I think I've exhausted this tube, and it's time. It's definitely time to repurchase another one. Let's get into complexion, and I'm basically gonna go in the order that I do my makeup. So we're gonna start off with primers. So I have 3 primers to recommend. The first one is from Milk Makeup. This is their mattifying pore eclipse primer. And if there's one thing that we know that Milk does absolutely well, it is their primers. This primer is so good. It has niacinamide in it. If you have oily combo skin, this is such a great primer to use. I also feel like if you have dry skin, this is great as well. This primer also has like a blurring kind of effect to it. I really like it, and it does not dry out your face, but it does help to control your oils. Now, if you have oily skin, this next primer, definitely add it to your wish list. It is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Blur Balm. Now, what's really special about this primer is that it has Upsolite in it, which really does help to control your oils. I really love this. I've hit pan on mine. I have the shade Universal. She did come out with, you know, skin toned kind of shades. I tried those out. I wasn't feeling the skin tone shades. I feel like the color was kind of throwing me off because I really couldn't find my perfect color, but Universal is perfect. I like to use this product strictly in the areas that I do get most oily. Now, the last primer I have to recommend is from Huda Beauty. It is the Glowish Blur Jam Primer. If you love blurred out skin, you're gonna love this primer. This is literally a filter in a jar. I kid you not, this is one of those primers where you see immediate results. You see immediately what it does for your makeup and your skin. It is also a silicone-free primer as well, so if you don't like silicone in your primers, definitely check out the Huda Beauty Glowish Primer. For foundations, I have 3 I wanted to recommend. Of course, the first one I am not gonna spend too much time on because you already know what it is. It is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is my tried and true. It is my favorite everyday foundation. It is a medium coverage foundation, so if that's your vibe, this is for you. But when I tell you this is literally an extension of your skin, it is an extension of your skin. Just ask somebody in the comments. I talk about this all the time to where I feel like I'm like a broken record when I talk about this, but that's how you know that I love it that much. This is my most used foundation in my collection. I love it. I feel my bottle getting empty. I might have to just repurchase another one during the sale, but I really, really love that foundation. Now, the other foundation I have to recommend is for my full coverage people. If you love full coverage glam foundations, this one is the true definition of glam. It is what I'm wearing today. It is the Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. This is like the matte version. If you have not tried this, definitely do. I picked this up the last sale and I'm so happy that I did because it's become one of my favorite full glam, soft glam foundations. This is a Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow Moisturizing Skin Tint. Now, I had to recommend this skin tint because it is so good. This is a skin tint where it feels breathable, like there's nothing on your skin, but also love that it gives you coverage if you want it. Like if you don't want coverage, you can still go in with this. The glowy part of this might scare you away, but it's not that kind of glowy. Like there's some foundations out there that are just extremely glowy. It's like overkill glowy. This one is not. This one is more of like your skin, but better kind of glow, lit from within. If you want to check out a wear test with no primer on, definitely check this out. I am in the shade Chai. Everything that I am talking about will be linked down below in the description. Also, my shades that I wear will also be down below in the description for you as well. I have to talk about these right here. These are the Nars Soft Matte Powders. Absolutely love these. These are so lightweight. It's giving Dior powder no powder vibes. That's what it's giving, but I absolutely love it. So I have 2 shades that I use. The first shade I use is the shade Bay. This is my touch-up powder, but also my brightening powder. I have it on today. It's like one of my finishing steps to my makeup. After I did all of my makeup, I sprayed my face, I let it set down. Then I went in with this to brighten and also kind of like clean up the blush and everything like that. This one is more of like my all over shade. Absolutely love this. If you like a lightweight powder that doesn't really feel like powder, I would definitely add these to cart. Concealer, I can't believe I skipped over concealer, but I'm actually really excited to recommend these concealers. So the first one I want to recommend is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Concealer. This is a full coverage concealer with a natural finish. What more can you ask for? This is the concealer that I'm wearing today. I have been reaching for this a lot. It is so, so, so good. And also, like I said, Sephora Collection is going to be 30% off. Regular price on this is already $15, so you're winning, okay? You got to check this out, especially at 30% off. Now, the other concealer I have is the Milk Makeup Future Fluid Concealer. I don't feel like I saw many people talk about this, but they're missing out. Like, they're missing out. Milk has some really beautiful hidden gems, and I'm gonna share them with you. Every time that I wear this concealer, I always have a good makeup day. This does not crease on me that I've found. It is full coverage, but like, it really does make my makeup looks. Like, it's just one of those concealers that you just gotta try. And I hope that more people actually start to discover this concealer because it is that good that it deserves that, you know, it deserves some recognition, okay? It does. The last concealer I have to recommend is the Urban Decay Concealer. Now, if you're the kind of person that loves multitasking concealers for literally like a full face, this is that concealer for you. It is full coverage, okay? It is extremely full coverage, but it's so beautiful. A little bit goes a long way. I will tell you, if you put on too much of this, it can look like too much, but if you just go on with the right amount, it is a beautiful concealer. Right, so let's get into blushes. I am actually really shocked. I only have 3 to recommend, you know, for this round of the sale, only because I really try to keep most of these products more newer, because I feel like as each sale goes on, you guys buy the older products, but like there's some new stuff you really got to know about, you know, picking up for the sale. So the first blush I highly recommend picking up is the Too Faced Cloud Crush blush in the shade Watermelon Rain. This blush is the blush that got me into pink blushes. I never liked pink blushes. I never really reached for them, but when I discovered this one, it changed my mind. I found a pink blush that actually looked beautiful on my skin. Like, it actually looked good. It showed up true to color. It had pigment. It really blew me away. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this shade of pink really got me into pink blushes. So thanks to this blush, I'm loving my pink blushes these days. But I really do recommend this formula. I think it's so beautiful. I do hope that Too Faced comes out with more blushes. Like, you know, give us some more shades, Too Faced. Give us like a bright red, like give us more shades. And orange, I do hope that the hype on this blush really prompts them to add more shades. But I definitely do recommend trying out this blush. It is so good and it smells really good too. You know, I had to recommend the Danessa Myricks Yummy Blushes. I had to recommend these, okay? I had to. How could I not? This is in my top 10 favorite products of 2023 that were released so far. Danessa really fueled my blush addiction with these. These are $25 each regular price, but of course, get it at a discount, try it out, pick out. I'm telling you, if you pick up one shade of these blushes, you're gonna go back for more, okay? You're gonna go back for more. But this is a cream to powder formula. I absolutely love it. I am wearing the shade Dancing Queen today. Dancing Queen is my favorite out of all 3 of the shades that I have. It is such a beautiful purpley pink kind of shade. It's so stunning. I also have Golden Hour, which is like the more orangey shade. And then I also have Primadonna, which is like your bright pink. These are intensely pigmented. I did find that my favorite way to apply these is with a sponge, so do what you will with that. And then the last blush I have to recommend are, of course, the viral blushes. The House Lab blushes are definitely going to be in this video to recommend. My 2 favorite shades is this one right here. This one is Acai Sky, which is so beautiful, so pigmented. It is literally like a creamy powder blush. How can a powder be creamy? I don't know, but this formula really is worth it. I know these blushes are more on like the pricey side. Trust me, I get it, but they are really beautiful. It is a very beautiful formula, and it's not like a powdery formula. It's like, it's crazy. Like, whatever is in this blush, they really knocked it out of the park. I feel like this is just such a really good, high quality powder blush. Like you can actually feel how high quality it is when you apply it. And then the other shade that I live for is Watermelon Bliss. Absolutely beautiful. Been loving my red tone blushes. So stunning, and they're so vibrant as well. So I love those blushes. I do think they are worth it. Next up, cream bronzer and cream contour. I have 2 to recommend. The first one I want to recommend is from Nars. This is the Nars Laguna Cream Bronzer. I have the shade Laguna 5, which I feel like is a lot more of like a contour kind of shade, but I am wearing this today. I love this formula because it does dry down to a soft matte finish, which I love. But if you're in the market for a beautiful, you know, emollient cream bronzer slash contour, definitely recommend picking this up. They also have a pretty decent shade range. Like, the shade range is pretty good. Nars has really become, I don't know, Nars is one of those brands where I'm just so excited to see what they come out with next, because they have a lot of bangers that they've been dropping, and that is definitely one of them. Now, the other cream bronzer I have to recommend is from LYS. This is their cream bronzer stick. I have mine in the shade Strength. So beautiful, so creamy, so blendable. I have another product from LYS that I have to recommend, but I absolutely love this. It is so great, and I feel like if you're a beginner when it comes to cream contour and cream bronzer, this is definitely an amazing product to pick up because it blends itself in that is what I love. One highlighter I gotta recommend is the Rare Beauty highlighter. If you see this in stock, pick it up. Do not hesitate. It is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter formula. Even if you're not into highlighters, I feel like you would like this because it is one of those highlighters where you can go really subtle or you can build it up to be blinding. But I feel like this is like one of those highlighters that just melts into the skin. It doesn't like sit on top of the skin, and I do not like a highlighter that just sits on top of the skin. You can just tell how reflective and beautiful this is in the pan. I live for this. I have mine in the shade Flaunt, and I am wearing it today, but it is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. My eyeliner recommendation will always and forever be the One Size Point Made eyeliner. Anytime you see me wearing a liquid liner, it is this one. It's one of those products where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I love this. I will always repurchase this. This is like mascara to me. It's a product where if I find what works for me, I'm not going to change it because I love the way that this applies. I love how black it is. I love how it dries down. I love how it's waterproof. I love everything about this. It is my favorite liquid liner. If you're looking for a good liquid liner, I promise you this one will be your best friend. And it is a felt tip, so if you don't like felt tips, don't take this recommendation. But if you don't mind a nice felt tip eyeliner, definitely check out this one from One Size. Before I get into lip products, I do want to recommend this little sponge, oh my god. I want to recommend this puff right here. This is a Sephora collection powder puff. It is literally my favorite. It is $5, okay? So I will be picking up some more during the sale, but this is my favorite powder puff out of all of the ones I've tried, and I've tried so many. I love how soft it is. I love how big it is, but I also love how it is soft enough and like flimsy enough to where you can kind of like manipulate it to kind of, you know, apply your product and get in the crevices. It is amazing, and for $5, you need to get this. Like, you have to pick this up. It's so good. I have 3 lip liners I want to recommend. These have been my go-tos lately, like for real. The first one is from LYS. It's what I'm wearing today. This is their lip liner, their Speak Love lip liner, and I have mine in the shade Devoted. So pretty. This is more of like a natural brown, but it still shows up. It is like a pencil kind of liner. It's not retractable. You have to sharpen it, but I love the formula of it because it's not too dry, it's not too creamy. It's like the perfect consistency. Now, the next one I have to recommend is the Makeup by Mario lip liner in the shade Jeff. Such a beautiful deep chocolate brown. I also love that on one end you get a brush to kind of like blend it out, and then you get, of course, the product on this side. But something that he does not advertise with his lip liners is that it comes with a sharpener, like an actual sharpener, and it's literally one of the best sharpeners I've ever used. It's the only one I use. It's like the quality on that sharpener is top tier, top notch. Then the last lip liner I have to recommend is from Charlotte Tilbury. Miss Charlotte Tilbury is bougie, but I only buy Charlotte at a discount, okay? Because she's expensive. But I do love this lip liner so much that it is on my wish list to repurchase because I'm like literally down at the bottom. This is the shade Pillow Talk 3 Intense. Charlotte Tilbury has really high quality products, and you really can tell when you use them. I love that lip liner. I cannot live without it. I just can't. Speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, I have to recommend her lipsticks because they are just so good. A lot of her lipsticks have different finishes, but this is a really beautiful, high quality lipstick. If you want to splurge during the sale, pick up one of her lipsticks. They are amazing. I have 3 shades. I'm probably going to pick up 1 more shade because I feel like during the sale, I always have to treat myself to a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick for some reason. I don't know why, but I do because it is so expensive, but I really, really love it. If you're a liquid lipstick kind of person, I want to recommend the only liquid lipstick that I use and that I will continue to use. It is the Makeup by Mario Cozy Lip Creams. So I am wearing the shade Brownish Pink today. So beautiful, okay? This is the only lipstick that I feel like I would wear on its own without a gloss on top, which is so unlike me. I feel like a lot of you are used to seeing me wear a gloss, but every time I wear this, I'm like, whoa, this is too pretty to cover up with a gloss. Like, that's how I feel, and it's so comfortable. It feels like a cushiony kind of lip product. I really, really love it. It's such a beautiful formula. I want to pick up another one. I have two shades. I have Mocha Latte and Brownish Pink. And then the last like lip products I have to recommend are the Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serums. I have so many of these, but you cannot go wrong with picking up one of these at least. But these went viral. I'm sure you already have these in your collection, but I do have to just recommend these because these are really, really good, and they're one of my favorite lip products in my collection. So I could not recommend that this year. Now, I have two setting sprays I wanted to include in the video, and the first one is the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. Oh, girl. This is like hairspray for your makeup. Like literally, it looks like hairspray. It comes out like hairspray. It is intense like hairspray. But this is insurance for your makeup. You want insurance for your makeup? Get this. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's been all over TikTok, but she's good and she really does work. Another one that really does work and is on my list again to repurchase is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray. This will work all day, all night, at a party, at a concert. Same thing with this. Both of these together are like the dream team, but I really, really love this. Now, of course, this would not be a Sephora recommendations video if I did not include fragrances because hello. I may not talk about fragrances a lot, but I do love fragrance, okay? I do, and I got some that I gotta recommend. So the first one I wanna recommend is from Valentino. This is the Coral Fantasy Perfume. Oh my gosh, this is literally a fruity summer vacation. This is my go-to fragrance for the spring and the summer, especially the summertime. It's so good. It smells so good that I'm like really contemplating picking up a travel size of this because I have to have this at all times. I get so many compliments on this fragrance. It smells so good. If you like a fruity, more summery, flirty kind of fragrance, this is it right here. And honestly, this is my favorite fragrance out of all the Valentino fragrances. I know a lot of people like Born in Roma, but to be honest, I could not get behind that one. I just couldn't. I just really couldn't. But this one is the one that I can get behind. Coral Fantasy. Write it down. Smell it when you get into Sephora. I'm telling you, this smells divine. Next one I want to recommend is from Kayali. This is the Eden Juicy Apple fragrance. This literally smells like a fresh red apple. I've never smelled a fragrance that was so on point. The notes that are in here is exactly what you get when you hear the name Juicy Apple. That is the immediate smell that you get from this. If you like fruity fragrances, this is it right here. It smells good, and it's not like one of those like childish scents. I feel like this is a really great scent to layer as well. It smells so good, and I really wanted to recommend this Kayali fragrance because Kayali does not really go on sale. Like, and even if they do, I feel like the most they've gone on sale is like maybe 15%. But if you do get that 20% off, it's definitely worth picking up. The next fragrance I have to recommend is a very expensive one. It is from Chanel. This is the Chanel Chance Eau Tender. This is my favorite one. I feel like Chanel can be a hit or a miss for some people. Trust me, it's a hit or a miss for me because not all Chanel fragrances smell good to me. And this is the one that really, really stole the show for me. I feel like this is such a beautiful, everyday, flirty kind of fragrance. It smells fresh. It smells good. I don't use this too much because it is expensive, and, I try not to use it too much. But when I do, I just love how it smells. I smell so fresh and it smells so good. So really, really love that if you like more of those like fresh smelling fragrances. And then the last fragrance I have to recommend is also sweet. Can't you tell that I love sweet fragrances? But this is a fragrance where if you do not know, if you want to get a gift for someone, anyone in your family, you don't know which brand to go to, you cannot go wrong with a Marc Jacobs fragrance, okay? You just can't. I feel like almost all of us own at least one Marc Jacobs fragrance in our collections. This one's my favorite. It's the Oh So Sweet, okay? The Daisy Love Oh So Sweet is my absolute favorite. It smells so good, literally. It smells sweet. It smells fresh. It smells florally. I really, really love this one. I always recommend this one from Marc Jacobs. All right, so that is it for my Sephora VIB Sale recommendations. Oh my gosh, we got through it. We got through it. I know this video was long. If you made it this far, Thank you so much. I know there's some products that I didn't talk about, but I really tried to like narrow this down. But I will definitely be shopping the sale, of course, and I'll be filming a haul and then we'll do a try on. We have so many more videos surrounding this sale, so I'm really, really excited. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.